All right, so before I get too far into the topic of Trump and the war in Iran, I want to let people know my stance, my political stance, quote unquote. I don't really have a political stance, but I just want people to know where I'm coming from when I make these videos about Trump or anyone else in politics. I don't support any side or any politician. I really don't support anybody but myself. So if you ever see me make a video about anyone, or I talk about anyone, it's because they just so happen to agree with some of my views. So if you align with the way I think and you have similar views to myself, then I see you in a favorable light. But that doesn't mean I'm necessarily a supporter of you, or I'm a worshiper of you, or a fan of yours, or whatever. I just like what you're saying in a certain situation, or I agree with some of your principles or ideals. That's it. That's as far as I go with it. Now, as far as Trump is concerned, the way I see Trump is basically as an entertainer. I don't see him as a real person. I see him as somebody that, he's funny. He's crazy. He does a lot of stupid shit. He says a lot of stupid shit. And that's what I like about him, honestly, is how crazy he is. But that's what a lot of people don't like about him, which is funny, right? A lot of people, even his supporters, don't like that about him. I like that about him, right? But without glazing him too much, we're going to go back to the topic of this video, or focus on the title of the video, which is what's going on with the war in Iran. Trump basically, said he was helping out Israel and Iran is a threat and all this, that, and the other. And that makes sense, right? If you look at Iran and the things they've done over the years and how terroristic their government is and the people they support, all the terrorist groups that they support, then they're a problem, right? And they need to be dealt with. I agree with that 100%. My problem is the way that he's going about it, right? And I've already talked about this before in my last Trump video, where I said, why are you going in there and pussyfooting, right? You're half-assing the mission, because he's talking big on Twitter and saying, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, or on Truth Social, his social media platform. He's like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So do what you said you were going to do, right? Instead of bullshitting people. He's leading the Iranian people on, making them believe he's coming in guns blazing. We're going to take down his government, right? Yet he comes back, a few months ago, talking about, we're going to try to do a ceasefire and work with these people and try to figure out a common ground, yada, yada, yada. No, this is the problem, right? Either go all the way or get the fuck out. That's my view. Either get rid of all of them, the government, not the people of Iran, just the government. Get rid of the government. Completely replace the government. Or, why are you there? He's doing the worst thing he can possibly do. And why is he doing this? Because he's a fake motherfucker. Trump, just like anybody else in politics or in any position of power in the world, any president, any government official, whatever, anywhere you look in this world, they're all controlled puppets and they're doing what they're told to do. This war with Iran is another show. That's all it is. It's a show to pretend that he's this great righteous savior of humanity, when he's really just a fucking puppet. He's somebody that's just playing his role. I've said this many, many times over the years. In any Trump video that I've made, I've brought this point up. I'm not a leftist. If you think I'm a leftist or I'm on the right or whatever you think about my politics, go watch my last video. Because that video will tell you how stupid you are. That's what I mean by low IQ humans. If I'm against someone, they think I'm with someone else. If you're that stupid and you can't see nuance or the gray area, the in between, or that there are just people that aren't taking sides like me, I don't take any side. I'm not on anybody's side. So if you can't see that, you're just a retard. You're just a low IQ retard. I don't have time to waste trying to explain to you my position, right? But understand my words. I don't support anyone, and I see what Trump is doing. He's putting on a show. He's fooling a lot of people. He's saying he's going to do one thing and he does another thing. And because he's done, quote unquote, some good things and people are falling for the bait. They're like, oh, well, he did this thing. He did that thing. I'm like, what did he do? He reversed all the things that Biden did. Okay. Biden, let me say it like this. Before Biden came into office, right? Everything was like level. Or we can even go back to Obama, right? Everything was normal. Society was pretty much normal. Once Obama came in, and then Trump's first term, and then Biden again, that's when society started going haywire. And we started to have all this weird shit happening. Like LGBTQ started to become popular out of nowhere. This shit wasn't popular before, but now it's popular. Then you have all these feminist movements. All this shit that weakens society and causes chaos became prevalent and started to rise up during the Obama years, and then Trump's first term, where you saw him going against Hillary, and everybody that was a feminist and a leftist was on Hillary's side, and everybody that wasn't was on the right, blah, blah, blah. And that's where things really got, polarized, was Trump's first term. And then after that, it just kept going and going and going. And it's to the point now where you can literally split the country. I don't want to say down the middle or in half, because that's not true. I don't believe there are two equal sides. I don't believe there are as many leftists as there are on the right. I just don't believe that. I believe there's a fringe minority of psychos on the left that seem to speak for the left and represent the left. And the leftists that don't agree with those crazies on the left are too scared to speak up against them because they're scared of being called names like racist or homophobic or whatever. So they just go along with the flow, right? They go along with the program. But a lot of leftists probably don't agree with a lot of shit that the far left is doing, right? But they just go with it. So this is the way I see it. If you don't stand up and you don't say anything and you go with the flow, you're part of the problem. That's how I feel about it. So if you're on that side and you're just not saying anything because you're afraid, well, then you're part of the problem. That's how I look at you. But as far as the right is concerned, most of those people tend to support Trump. And this is why I talk about Trump and people like that, right? I try to talk about people that are fooling society, because somebody like Biden, he's not fooling anybody. He's not even fooling his own supporters. People that supported Biden, quote unquote, or Kamala Harris or whatever, they know those people are full of shit, but they didn't want Trump to win. So they just went on that side. And to me, that's plain evil. If you're just picking a side because you don't like someone else and you just want to go with the evil side, which is the left, then you're just an evil person. You have no morals. You have no standards. You're just going against somebody because you don't like that person. And you think that the better option is to go with the side that you know is fucked up. That's evil as fuck to me. I don't see any salvation for people like that. But long story short, people like Trump or Elon Musk, which I'm going to talk about in one of my videos coming up, are people that are prominent on the right. Those people tend to fool a lot of people, because people think they're legitimate, and they're not. Again, let's go back to what I was talking about in the beginning of the video, which is the war in Iran. Trump literally said they were going to get rid of the people that were causing problems, and then it was going to be a done deal. That's not happening, obviously. They're still there. They're still fighting with these people. The war's still going on. They talked about a ceasefire. Now it's over. It's not over. Let me explain something to you guys. And I know that the government will never admit this, or Trump, but I'm going to tell you the truth. If there's still ongoing fighting, meaning attacks, missile firing, and all that, if that's still happening, there is no ceasefire. It's fake. That's why I call it a fake ceasefire, because they're saying, oh, we're at peace with these people, or we stopped shooting at each other, when they haven't. It makes no sense. How are you going to say there's a ceasefire and they're still attacking each other? That makes literally no fucking sense. There is no ceasefire. There never was a ceasefire. It's a lie. But because everybody supports Trump and they think he's legitimate, they're going to believe whatever he says. So if he says, hey, we have a ceasefire with Iran, even though there's still a war going on and there's still fighting going on, people are going to take what he said as at face value, right? They're going to take his word and just go with it and be like, they're not even going to question it. They're not going to say, does this make sense? Is this what's really happening? When it's clearly not. But this is what I mean by he's a fraud. And his supporters are so far up his ass that they don't want to call him out for what's happening. Some of them do, but A lot of them are just so blind and brainwashed that whatever he says is what it is. So that's my problem with Trump and what's going on. The way I feel about this war in Iran is either get rid of the government completely, the IRGC, get rid of all of those motherfuckers. There's no peace talks, no ceasefire, no let's figure it out with them. We'll completely kill all of them and get the fuck out of there. Or you should have never been there to begin with. It's kind of too late for the second option, right? It's kind of too late to say they should have never been there when it's already done. They already went over there and caused a mess, right? That's why thousands upon thousands of innocent civilians in Iran have died because they supported Trump in America and the freedom, right? Like they thought they were going to get freedom. They thought Trump was going to save them. So he led all these people on and they all got slaughtered because they were out in the streets protesting the government, thinking Trump was coming to save them. And that still hasn't happened. God knows how many fucking more people have died in Iran just because the government's pissed off that they want freedom. God knows how many fucking people, right? And this is Trump's fault. You caused a mess. You wanted to go in there and get rid of, and for good reason. Mind you, I support him going in there and getting rid of that government. I support that. Even though in the grand scheme of things, when I see the world for what it is, it's all bullshit, right? It's all fake bullshit. But there are evil people in the world. And what the government of Iran is doing to its people is evil. So I do support, in case you guys don't know, I support the United States taking over the whole entire world. So of course I'm going to support him going in there, getting rid of that government. But if you're not doing that, then I don't support it. That's where I have a problem. That's where I'm like, all right, this shit is bullshit. Because now you got all these people fucked up. You got these people thinking you're coming to help and you're not. You're not doing shit. So either get rid of all of them or, again, it's too late for option 2, really. But you might as well get out at this point because now you're putting the military of the United States in danger, right? Now you're putting soldiers in Marines, Air Force, Navy. You're putting everybody in danger because you want to have this war to make yourself look like a good guy. That's all this is. Basically a publicity stunt for him, right? He's trying to make himself look good. Like, oh, look how good I am. Look how great I am. I'm saving Iran or the people of Iran from their government, from their oppressive government. Cool. Then fucking do it. Do what you say you're going to do. Do what you're pretending that you're doing. Actually do it, right? That's how I feel about it. If that shit doesn't happen, I don't want to hear this shit about ceasefire. I'm tired of hearing about it. There is no peace. You're not going to make peace with these fucking people. This problem is not fixable by going to the negotiating table. If that was the case, then there would have never been a war to begin with. The whole reason why you're over there is because these people are unreasonable terrorists. That's the whole reason why you went there. You think now all of a sudden, these people that are willing to die for their religion and commit suicide, you think you're going to change their minds? They're all about their religion. They don't give a fuck about anything you're saying. Their end goal, this is the kind of people that run the government in Iran. They will smile in your face and pretend they're working with you, and then they'll stab you in the back. They don't want to make peace with the United States. They want to find a way to get out of this, weasel their way out, so that they can have enough power to somehow, some way, someday retaliate against the United States and get some revenge. That's all they're thinking about. They're not thinking about peace. That's not how this shit's gonna work. It's never been about that. It will never be about that with these religious fanatics. That's why I'm against religion, because all religions, in the end up like this. If you take it to the extreme, all religions end up like this. All of them. Especially Islam. That religion is all about that. It's all about being a martyr and a zealot and dying for the religion. But anyways, I've said enough. I think you guys get the point. Long story short, to sum up this video, either put up or shut up, Trump. Either do what you said you were going to do or get the fuck out. That's how I feel about it. Because, again, you're just putting the U.S. military in danger at this point. And what's the point of that if you're not doing what you said you were going to do, right? It's a waste of life. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. Anyways, if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Or you can't hit the notification bell. See you guys in the next video. Take care.